Holy smokes, everyone. We just had a new massive announcement that BRICS is planning to create their own gold backed currency. Now, I'm on vacation right now. This is the view here right now. But I still need to get this out to you. I need to get this news out to you because it was so massive. The grind doesn't stop, people. This could be, potentially huge for gold, but also is going to have huge implications on the US dollar as well. So let's step inside and have a little bit of a chat about what's going to be happening. So okay, we need to talk about what's been happening lately and why the BRICS nations, and there's over 41 countries now applying to get into BRICS, on why they're doing this. Well, this has really accelerated since the US has put on all these sanctions on Russia. Now a lot of other countries are paying attention. They're seeing what's happened to Russia, and they're like, look, I don't want that to happen to me. You say one wrong thing against the US, and then you're pretty much screwed. So we're seeing a lot of countries now starting to embrace gold again. And this is a longer cycle, much longer cycle that happens than 40 years, 100 years. This is a multi-100-year cycle that is happening, where we see countries, they start with gold as their real money, and it is real money. It stood the test of time for thousands of years. And then a few of the kings or the corrupt elites, they slowly try to figure out ways to take people's gold, take people's real assets like land, farmland, etc., in exchange for worthless paper notes. Now, we're seeing countries and people wake up to how worthless fiat currencies are. They know that not 90%, not 95% of them failed, 100% of them have failed. So they want real hard, tangible money. And the only one that stood the test of time is gold. So recently we had a Russian official announce that they are planning to work with BRICS, and again, BRICS, that's Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa, to introduce a gold-backed BRICS currency. Now, there's been speculation on would they do it with oil, but again, we have got this new announcement from this Russian official that they're planning to make a gold-backed currency. Now, this is a big issue for the US, because the US has been losing its grip as a world reserve currency and also as the world's biggest economy. China is rising up. China is part of BRICS. They're wanting to take on the US. The US dollar as world reserves is dwindling. It used to be around 75% in the 70s, and now it's fallen all the way down to around 58%. So what they used to do in the past, the US, to some countries in the Middle East that tried to sell their oil and something else besides the US dollar, well, the US was a lot stronger then, and the rest of the world was a lot weaker. But now the East is rising up. They're rising up quickly, and they are a lot more stronger, a lot more powerful. So they do have the ability to say, no, you know what, we're going to sell some oil in yuan, kind of like what Saudi Arabia is trying to do with China right now. And they're not as scared of the US as they were in the past. They're a lot more independent. And also what we've seen in the West, a lot of our politicians have sold off a lot of their assets, a lot of our assets, to foreign countries like China. And so the West is now actually more reliant on China than China is relying on it. Now, if the West completely left China overnight, would that cause a collapse in China? Yes, it would. But again, they do not have as much power over China and these other countries as they used to. So what I think is going to happen is, I think it's not going to happen next month, next year, but I think the world is waking up to what's happened with fiat currencies, especially with the power of the internet, with YouTube. A lot more people are educated now on how the monetary system really works. So I think we're going to see a slow shift, and they say there could even be, this is big, they say there could even be an announcement in a couple of weeks of this gold-backed currency. So that will be very interesting to watch. And this could be very bullish for gold, because we're seeing countries like China, Russia, India, etc., Turkey, they're buying gold at record amounts. Now you may be thinking, well, why isn't the price going up? Well, it has gone up from around $16.50 per ounce to $2,000. We have had a recent pullback. That's because of interest rates going up. The dollar's still the DXY compared to other currencies, because you may think, well, the dollar's going up. Well, that's only because other currencies are devaluing at a faster rate. So pretty much it's the best in a worse crowd, okay? But eventually, as these currencies continue to lose power, people are going to wake up, they're going to go into gold, and that has stood the test of time, everyone. If you're worried about this, if you're worried about your purchasing power being lost, if you're worried about the US dollar losing world reserve currency status, well, the best thing you can do, not financial advice, but what I'm doing, is hold gold and silver, real money that has stood the test of time. So everyone, I just quickly wanted to share this with you, even though I'm on vacation right now. Sometimes it is good to disconnect with all the craziness that's happening in the world. But this is a big development that we have to watch and pay attention to. So what do you think about everyone about this? Let me know down below. Thanks for watching. You're awesome. I'll see you all in the next video.